Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today is a super exciting video because we are looking at 9 new features revealed in a huge data mine that may come to New Horizons in the future. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. First of all, I like to start the video by saying everything we're about to cover comes from the latest data mine of the Animal Crossing New Horizons code, and everything mentioned can currently be found, referenced or linked to in existing functions of code. It's also worth mentioning that just because these things currently exist in the code, there's no guarantee they'll actually come in a future update. For example, they could be used during testing or debugging and could even be leftovers of scrapped features. With that said, there is a lot of promising features, and some of which I think we're expecting anyway, and some just sound super exciting. So let's take a look. Number 1. Private Beach. The data mine has revealed that the acre or the land associated with the private beach area is called Tsunekichi, which is Red's Japanese name. This area, believe it or not, is currently linked to Red's ship that will dock at the secret beach, which is absolutely awesome. I knew there was likely more to this secret beach than we first thought. So much like Cap'n in previous games or even Gulliver in Pocket Camp, it's entirely possible that a ship may visit and dock at the secret beach at random times in the future. Furthermore, the fake art mechanic exists and will likely return, which as you know is associated with Red in past games where he tries to sell you fake and counterfeit artworks. In addition to this, there is a keyword labelled Tsunekichi Shop that has also been changed to T Shop in the latest build that suggests Red also has a shop. So it's entirely possible that Red will dock on the island out of sight at the secret beach and offer up artwork as well as trying to sell you fake pieces, which is just pretty awesome. Number 2. Museum Upgrades. Upgrades to the museum is something that's already been heavily speculated based around previous data mines, so it's good to see this reinforced again in the latest and kinda just adds weight to it. But in short, there are references in the data mine to 2 additional museum upgrades, which I think we're all expecting anyway. The interesting thing here is all 3 levels of the museum contain an art section, so that's the fossil level, the bug and fish level, and presumably the upstairs level that will become the upgrade. So it's possible the art gallery when it arrives, whether it's linked to Red or not, will span 3 levels of the museum or have specific artworks related to specific areas of the museum or something like that, which is super cool. I was a huge fan of the art mechanic in New Leaf, so really hyped to see this return. Anyway, linked to the museum there are also references to standalone buildings for a museum shop and a museum cafe. The cool thing about the museum cafe is that it has ties to museum gyroids, suggesting gyroids and their storage mechanic may also return and somehow be linked to the museum, which is cool. Number 3. Bushes. Something I know many of you are super hyped about and would love to see return is of course bushes. Bushes made their way into New Leaf and pretty much changed the way we decorated the outside of our towns. Of course, New Horizons has even more innovative ways to do this, but to see bushes return too would be awesome. Some of the bushes found in the code include azalea, hibiscus, holly, and hydrangea, which all appeared in New Leaf, so makes sense to see those return, but camellia and osmanthus bushes are also referenced, which are 2 new types of bushes. It's worth mentioning that some of these names of bushes have changed from update to update, and although the feature is currently present in the code, bush types are obviously subject to change. But I don't think I'm alone when I say I'd happily see bushes return in a future update. Number 4. Vegetables. Well, it turns out there are many vegetables referenced in the game's code, just like other in-game items. These vegetables include tomatoes, wheat, sugarcane, potatoes, carrots and pumpkins amongst others. All these vegetables can be grown, so I guess their growing cycles have been data mined to draw this conclusion, which is really exciting. I know a lot of you often mention wishing you could cook, similar to in Breath of the Wild, so this is a good sign and potentially links to another feature discovered that we'll get to just shortly. Number 5. Seafood. As you know, we have an app on our Nook phones called Critterpedia, where we can see a list of fish and bugs that we've caught. We can see details here such as the times of year creatures are available, as well as whether or not they've been donated to the museum. It seems there's a new seafood Critterpedia page that will be added alongside these that contain 33 items. The interesting thing here is one of these is the Manila clam. So at some point in the future, our Critterpedia may be extended to include a whole new section, which I think would be pretty much welcomed by everybody. Number 6. Nukes Upgrade. Although there are no further details, such as the requirements, a third Nook's Cranny upgrade is referenced in the New Horizons code. The first upgrade is Tent to Shop, the second is Shop to a larger shop, which is the most we can get at the moment, and of course the third would be a larger shop to a bigger store. So I'm guessing those stairs lead somewhere after all. But yeah, unfortunately no further details about this have been discovered at this time. Number 7. Diving. Finally, thanks to this latest data mine, the diving mechanic has been revealed and could well return in a future update. This diving mechanic is linked to obtaining a new set of fish or items that are actually separate from the fish caught with fishing rods. So it sounds exactly like the diving we experienced in Animal Crossing New Leaf, where we could swim or dive off the cliff into the water and then dive down and collect deep sea creatures. One item found reference to this mechanic is seaweed, so again it's entirely possible that this diving is linked to the additional Critterpedia seafood section, which makes sense since Manila clams are used to craft fish bait. Maybe other items we catch will also be used to craft edible items. Number 8. Shopping UIs. Many unused shopping interfaces are referenced and revealed in the data mine. Think of a shopping interface as the pop-ups we see when we talk to Kix or Mabel at the Resident Services Plaza, or even the Nook Stop machine when we're looking through our catalogue. Most of these visual UIs have been referenced, including Sea Gardening, which could be linked to an NPC selling gardening stuff, most likely Leaf I guess selling bushes, although there's no confirmed details of that. Sea Museum, which is likely linked to the museum shop we mentioned earlier. Sea Real Estate, which is a really interesting one, not quite sure what to make of that. And Sea Gallery, which from my interpretation would be linked to somewhere you would buy artwork, so you'd think that would be linked to Red. Again, these are references to user interfaces rather than physical buildings, but still super exciting. Number 9. Cooking. The latest data mine has revealed there are a number of function names including Get Recipe DIY, Get Recipe Clothing, and Get Recipe Cooking. These are typical names used when a function in code is used to access a variable or something stored somewhere else in the code, and as you can tell shows 3 types of DIY recipes. Currently the only accessor method is Get Recipe DIY, so suggests both clothing recipes and cooking recipes could be added in the future. It's worth noting that the cooking aspect could be linked to the Seafood Critterpedia section, much like how we craft Manila clams, but also linked to the vegetables that we can grow. This is reinforced with another in-game object called Dishes, which may add weight to a cooking or food crafting feature. Of course, right now we only have names, functions and references to go by, but it's not unrealistic to assume some of these features work alongside the others. So there we have it, 9 features currently found in the latest New Horizons data mine. I'd like to remind you these are by no means confirmed features, but they do currently exist in the game's code, which personally I find super exciting. But what do you think? Are you expecting big updates for New Horizons in the future? And what would you like to see the most return from this list? Let us know in the comments below. Personally, I'm super excited to see features like the Secret Beach see more functionality linked to it. Plus, I love Red and I love the idea of him in a ship trying to sell you fake artwork. Anyway, I'd like to thank the data miner for all their hard work. It is truly appreciated amongst the community. It really helps build the hype and gives us something to look forward to. I would encourage you guys to check out his original thread. There's lots more there to read through. Give him a follow on Twitter if you want to, and of course support him in any way you can. I'll leave the links in the comments. Anyway, for now that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any New Horizons news. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters. You guys rock. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too. I'm pretty sure there'll be lots of discussions over there right now about the data mine, and of course if you got this far in the video, please comment bushes just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome, and please be sure to include what you want to see returned or added to New Horizons the most. I'd love to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.